What up, what up, what up? What's good? What's cracking? What's going on? Sac fat. Qui j'en ai là tout le monde. You already know it's your boy Prince of Haiti back with another reaction. Today we're gonna react to yo, they finally got your boy, man. So I'm gonna start off by saying that they finally got your boy. And by your boy I mean your boy Diddy. Did he do it or did he not do it? I know that shit's corny, but I figured since I'm doing this video I'm gonna say that at least once. Shit was crazy because we've been hearing for since the summer they was gonna come get him. They're just waiting, you know what I mean, doing an investigation ever since that video that Cassie, I don't want to say leaked, Cassie's lawyer presented. We all seen that shit. The moment I saw that video, I knew it was looking bad for Diddy because it was like there's only so much dancing around the subject you can do. No pun intended. Like everybody was just saying shit for years, and now there's like actual proof and evidence for all of us to see and question. Like, damn, something might be wrong with this dude for real. And they said when that happened, the incident with Cassie got into that little domestic situation where he was drunk and on drugs and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not trying to make no excuse, you know, there's no excuse for none of that stuff. But still, we kind of like gave him a pass, sort of like. I don't want to say gave him a pass, but I guess the world was ready to move on. Again, it came to Diddy, and then the Meek Mill stuff. It's like, hey, man, it don't stop for your boy, man. The Meek Mill stuff. But yeah, I'm going on a side tangent right there. But anyways, you know what I mean? Before we get into the video, like I always say, fuck with your boy, like the video. If you fuck with me even more, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. I'm trying to make some extra bucks over here. But yeah, like I always say, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna leave the link. So I'm gonna leave the link to the video in the description. Y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comments, alright?
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment. Joining us now is CNN's entertainment reporter Elizabeth Wagmeister, and also with us CNN chief legal correspondent Ellie Honig. Elizabeth, you were a...
What's her last name, Ragmeister? What the hell?
Reporter Elizabeth Wagmeister, and also with us CNN.
Yeah, see, I thought I was hearing shit, my bad.
Chief legal correspondent Ellie Honig. Elizabeth, you were a big part of revealing some details about Diddy's conduct in private over the course of the last couple of months. That video led to a lot more scrutiny on what he has been accused of. What do we know at this point about what this case might ultimately be about?
See, that's the video. Cassie trying to escape from this fucking psycho motherfucker. Sad.
Abby, at the moment, we don't know what the charges are. I have information that he was arrested.
Look at him. This crazy nigga started... y'all don't remember that part, yo. This dude was running down the hallway. He must have just woke up from like a drunk sleep or something. I didn't know he was running like that.
Tonight at a Manhattan hotel, he is currently being processed. I heard from his attorney, they are...
This dude's wild. He just running around smiling after that. But I will say though, man, it's...
still maintaining his innocence. They said that in anticipation of these charges that Diddy relocated to New York last week. And here's a statement that I have from his attorney. He says, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office." He goes on to say that he is an imperfect person, but is not criminal. Now, Abby, that video that you just spoke about was a few months ago when our team broke this disturbing video of Diddy violent.
Because, I didn't want to show the video. They was going to keep showing the video again. I don't want my stuff to get taken down. So, pretty much, yo, they, So now you guys understand why he was back in New York and stuff like that. Why everybody was like, yo, your boy's back. He's out here just chilling. Like, footage of this dude, like, leading up to everything. Watch, you'll see. Look, that's him. Supposedly that's him chilling like right before, I guess like an hour or so right before they came, like right before they raided his crib and arrested him. Like, so yeah, he knew. That's why he was back in New York and shit. Because they pretty much was telling him like, yo, we about to be done with this investigation, so you should probably come back up here, man, so we could just arrest you, so we don't have to come down there and, you know, arrest your ass. But actually, no, I want to say the district attorney, or I forgot who it was, but they actually, I think they went into more detail about what happened with Puff, because like, yo, because it's Puff, it's P. Diddy, man, it's Puff, so like, there's a lot of rumors that's been circulating that dude since, I'm sure since most of us started listening to music. We've heard like, Puff being gay, Puff like touching dudes, Puff did this with this person, Puff, P. Diddy, birthday parties, after parties, P. Diddy, doing crazy stuff with women and men, and doing like weird stuff with bodyguards. It was like rumor after rumor after rumor. So it kind of like clouded our judgment on like what to believe. So I think everybody just kind of just took things for like a joke, because we're not celebrities, we're just fans, we're just regular people on the outside looking in. So once the Cassie video came out and people like I said, like that was like hard proof and evidence. So like now it's no more speculation. Like, as a matter of fact, like now some people really gotta like, apologize to her, because a lot of people didn't believe her. So yeah, after that came out, it was like, damn, there might be some truth to this guy Diddy. You know what I mean? First this thing with Cassie, you know what I mean? Like, and then the thing with Meek Mill, and it's like a bunch of rumors and stuff dominoing on everything. So we don't really have a clear understanding of what he's even being charged with, or like a lot of us really have just like assumptions, you know what I mean? Because, it's P. Diddy. We're just thinking it's, thinking he sexually assaulted somebody, or like, trafficking and like, other stuff. I don't want to use the word, but like stuff like that. But I don't really know what he's being charged with, so I kind of want to find out for myself. Check this out right here.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation.
Damn, bro, since 2008. I'm surprised that's the furthest they went back, 2008.
And conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
Damn, bro! What? So hold up, what they saying, he used, Bad Boy Entertainment to do all that? Hold on. Damn!
Sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
Yo, this nigga did it. Yo, this guy Diddy is a fucking animal. I wonder who else is involved in this shit besides him. I think we're gonna find that shit out later. I don't know about right now if he's gonna name any names, but whoo, that boy's in trouble.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs.
Oh, they're talking about the Diddy parties right now. Bet.
And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed.
What the fuck is GHB?
To the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair.
Yo, what the fuck, bruh?
On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal.
Is he talking about the Cassie situation? He threw a vase at her or a vase, whatever.
In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims.
Yo, this is crazy, bruh. Everything that they... Well, alright. We don't know if it's true yet, but everything that this guy is saying, he's telling me that everything that, all the rumors that they've been talking about, that they've been saying about P. Diddy for like damn near my whole life, bruh. He's confirming right now that that shit is true. Bruh, this is fucking crazy.
And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with...
Here we go. Heard what he said? He said Combs didn't do this all alone. So hopefully they tell us something right here.
RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for him to mention the baby oil, bro. Like, that's gonna be a hot topic this week, bro. This is crazy.
Personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to make sure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public
I mean, it's just what he's used to doing, bro. Just fucking shit up and then just throwing money at the situation to fix it.
Allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims.
Yo, this is fucking... Yo, if this is real, that means there's gonna be pictures and videos of people who went to the fucking Diddy parties, bro. The fuck, dog? This is nuts. I always thought this was rumors, my nigga. This shit is real. So far. We'll see. Because, again, I will say it's like, yo, this is, alright, what I'm about to say is sort of like apples and oranges here, but this is sort of like the Bill Cosby thing, because Bill Cosby, they went and got him on some shit from like 70 years ago, or 60, whatever. But supposedly he was in the process of buying like a network or some shit like that. Now, mind you, this dude Diddy right here, he already owned a network and had like a few other business ventures, so I think he was past the point of where Bill Cosby was trying to get to. I think this dude Diddy was getting so out of control, he just forgot that, yo, shit can still catch up to you, man, because it's like, yo, especially if you're still out here in the limelight, you're still doing this, doing that. Like, yo, we've been talking about you so much for irrelevant things for years, but it's like, no wonder they started an investigation on this dude. It's like, yo, why is this dude still out and about, bro? Damn, man. He should have just went away quietly. Like Hove.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs.
Cases and cases and cases of baby oil. What the fuck is going on? This is crazy.
More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
1,000 bottles per freak-off. Ooh, this nigga Diddy, man.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well, we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced. Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there.
That was a close one, yo. I thought they was about to start showing us like baby oil and like sex toys and mad shit. My heart dropped when he said, here's some of the evidence. I was like, what? Oh my God. On the news? Nah, he showed us just the guns.
Now I want to be clear about 2 things. First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy.
So definitely one of the main charges right here for this investigation is definitely the sex trafficking shit. Like, so look for that to be like a main sticking point. We're going to hear a lot about that when it comes to this Diddy situation.
Or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
That's wild, bro. A year ago, they gave this dude a key to New York City, bro. Ooh, man. That's something crazy to think about, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I feel like he still might avoid jail time, bro. Like he's a billionaire, man. Like he still can afford like the best lawyers. I know it's the feds and all that stuff, so they have a really good high conviction rate, but you know, cause they only take cases that they know they're gonna win. But this ain't gonna be like fucking like Thugger, like freaking in YMW Melly and Tory. Like they got enough money for, you know, decent lawyers, but not the best lawyers in the world. Like Diddy. So let's see.
This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Anyone with information can call 1-877-4HSI-TIP. I want to express my deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in Person Squad in New York. They have been with us since day one and have worked tirelessly on this investigation. They will continue to be invaluable partners to us. I also want to thank the incredible agents and analysts from SCNY who have also provided tremendous assistance on this case. I'm deeply grateful for their continued work. And finally, I want to thank the outstanding career prosecutors from SCNY who were handling this case: Meredith Foster, Emily Johnson, Chrissy Slavic, Madison Smizer, and Mitzi Steiner, and their supervisors, Jamie Backleiter and Jacqueline Kelly. They are members of the Civil Rights Unit in our criminal division. We created the Civil Rights Unit when I became U.S. Attorney. I'm deeply
Okay, so he's a U.S. attorney. He's not a district attorney. My bad.
proud of their work on this and so many other cases. I'll now take some questions.
Aaron Katursky, ABC.
Thanks, Nick. Damian, thanks. The indictment describes aggressive, open, violent, hedonistic abuse that you say was recurrent and widely known. Why did it take law enforcement so long to intervene? How many women were victimized?
It's a good question, sir. It's a real good question.
By Sean Combs, and how many others were involved?
Look, our investigation is ongoing. We are committed to bringing justice to everyone who's been victimized by the defendant. I can't tell you why it took so long. I think the better focus is on the fact that we are here today. And we are committed to making sure that justice is done. Next question.
Thank you. Julia Ainsley, NBC.
Thank you for doing this. You said we are not done and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
Wait, what do you mean other charges? You mean if there's any other people getting charged? That's what you meant to ask, right?
Janet Fisher, Newsday.
What's the difference between the sex trafficking and promoting travel for the purpose of prostitution?
Well, there are different crimes with different elements. I don't think we should get into the nitty-gritty of the legal discussion right now, but the sex trafficking, we believe, they're all serious offenses, but the sex trafficking conduct carries some significant penalties.
I told you. That's the one they want to slap him with, is the sex trafficking shit.
And we are gratified that we were able to bring that charge.
Is one more coercive than the other?
I'm not going to be able to get into that, but you can look it up, and yes, sex trafficking, especially when it involves coercion or force, is a very serious crime, and it carries significant penalties.
Good afternoon, Darla Miles, ABC 7 New York. Thank you for this press conference and for the details. Two questions. In context of this indictment and the information that was presented to the grand jury, are you able to clarify the number of victims? It's mentioned plural in the indictment, but can you specify the number of victims just for this particular indictment? And secondly, can you provide details about the alleged arson?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to provide either. The number of victims, you are correct. We are intentional in saying multiple. The details of the arson incident are limited to what we have in the indictment and also the detention letter that we filed, which contains more details than the indictment does at various points, but we don't have anything more beyond that. Next question.
Lynn Tran, CNN.
Are any of his accomplices or associates under investigation? And additionally...
See, that's the question I'm waiting for. I hope he says something.
Could he face any more charges?
So the investigation is ongoing. That means both as to him and to anyone else who we believe committed the crime with him. Next question.
Juliette Papa.
Hi, good morning from 1010 Wins. Any indication that some of the women or victims here were imprisoned in his residences, and did he have locations where he kept them, and were not allowed to leave? And also, he's indicted here, although there were searches and raids in LA, Miami. Why in New York?
Well, I'm biased. I'm the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York. I think that we have an outstanding track record of bringing some of the most impactful, sprawling, complex, difficult sex trafficking, human trafficking, labor trafficking, you name it. The Southern District of New York can do it, and so we're very proud of that. And so the scope and complexity of this investigation isn't something that we ran from. It's something that we embrace, and we will continue to do that. As to your question about whether he imprisoned anyone, all I can say is that, I mentioned this March 2016 incident where something was caught on video where a victim was attempting to flee. and there was violence that was associated with it. That was at a hotel.
Matthew Lee, Inner City Press.
Thanks a lot. Does your office intend to seek remand, or are you reaching a bail package? And if you're willing, how would you contrast this with the R. Kelly case in EDNY in terms of the elements? Thanks.
So we will be seeking detention. We have filed a letter laying out our reasoning for seeking pretrial detention. I'm not going to be able to expand beyond what's in the letter, but it contains all of the reasoning, and it contains the law as well. There is a presumption of detention in a case like this, and we think that's warranted.
So I guess they're trying to make sure he's being held in jail and not like on bond or like on house arrest or something.
John Anise, New York Daily News.
Thank you. I was hoping to get some more detail about the searches of his residence, the guns, the cases of lubricant, and the videos. Where were they found amongst his residents? Were they all scattered around the houses in one place? I kind of wanted to just get a better picture of how that stuff was found.
Well, look, I think that some of the details that you're seeking are in the detention letter. So, for instance, some of the AR-15s, 2 of the 3 defaced AR-15s were found in his bedroom closet in Miami, broken down into parts along with magazines with ammunition loaded in them. So some of that detail is in the detention letter. Beyond that, I'm not going to be able to get into where other items were stored.
Ben Kochman, Post.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Your office was the office that had been prosecuting Jeffrey Epstein before he died in custody. I have not read your detention memo yet. It's the first thing I'm going to do after this ends. But does the memo address, or is your office concerned with Combs's safety in custody, given what happened with Epstein?
So we are concerned with anyone's safety whenever they are detained prior to trial. It's part of our obligations to keep people safe as well. It's part of the criminal justice system. So, but I do not draw any sort of connection between Jeffrey Epstein's suicide and what may or may not happen to any other defendant while they are detained pre-trial. And of course, the decision whether to detain the defendant will be up to a judge. Our position is that pretrial detention is warranted under the law and based on the facts of this case, and I'll leave it at that.
Are some of the prosecutors on this case some of the same prosecutors that had been handling that, or that worked on the Maxwell case?
So I'm not going to get into the staffing. I will say that this team, this group of...
All right. Looks like the questions are starting to get too detailed for him, so he don't want to answer too much, which makes sense because, like he said, like 6 or 7 times, this is an active, ongoing investigation. But there you have it, people. Yo, I know it's still early when it comes to the information that we just received about this case when it comes to your boy P. Diddy. But one thing I will say is, though, it's not looking good. No. It's not looking good. Because it's like the Cassie video. Before we started to see the evidence, for most of us, a lot of it was just rumors. And we was just assuming and speculating. So now we have evidence and things that we could add to what we already thought was rumors anyway. Like there's a picture, there's a face, there's a video, there's things that happened. So I would imagine, and I just think it's weird, don't you think it's odd? Like they started this right before the election coming up. We got an election coming up in 2 months. That's when they did this, you know? I feel like this is one of those distractions. You know how it is, like some people will get distracted by this Diddy trial, like what I'm doing right now. Like, my bad, but I feel like it's an interesting topic. But yeah, yo, I'm gonna leave the link to those videos in the description. Yeah, y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. What y'all think? You think Diddy did all that stuff? I know that's a stupid question after hearing all that evidence, but again, we can only just assume. Us. Me and you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And like I always say, man, if you fuck with your boy, give me a like. If you fuck with me even more, subscribe to the page, please. Yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.